excellent putt. He's so consistent on that particular shot. He really, even the break off now these days, Dennis, you've really got to either hide the cue ball behind that green or get it as close to the ball cushion as possible. If you don't, and there's a red sticking out, 90% of the time, these lads will knock it in.
Yeah, just watch how he curls. See how he curls that finger up next to his thumb. Only player in the game that cues that way when he's near the cushion. Bit unique.
Well,
this could be an absolute cracking quarter-final match, the way these players are cueing.
Seven. Eight.
Wrong side of the blue this time, so if the pink doesn't go, and I don't think it does, it could be the end of break here. Yeah, just the wrong side of that blue line. Well, this is quite an attacking shot he's taking on here. Watch this positional shot. In goes the brown. Have a look at this shot. That's a beauty, an absolute beauty there. That's a shot of a player full of confidence.
30.
This time the right side of the blue. This is worth another look. This shot here really is wonderful positional shot, and if the cannon works out with his next shot, he's in business. Oh, what a shot he's played there.
18.
Well, he couldn't have hit this much better. Always try and hit that pink full ball. And look at the screw on the side of the side cushion back into the middle of the table. Black hasn't come out, but pink certainly has. Back up for blue here.
Yeah, we talk about Sean Murphy and Kyron Wilson being the two best players in the game, with the rest. Tell you what, Barry Hawkins is not far behind them. Look at that, 97%. He's missed 1 out of 37 with the rest.
That's quite incredible, isn't it? 1 out of 37. Wow.
24.
More importantly, he's back. Prime position here. This red will clear up the pink spot as well. Back up for the blue. And eventually
25.
Want to try and get that pink back on its spot. Will he be happy with blues for the moment? He's building up a nice lead.
$30. $31.
It's been a good standard so far, Dennis, hasn't it? There hasn't been any scrappy frames. I mean, breaks of 64, 48, 82, 50, 76. And this counting at the moment. It's been good stuff. Both players are in great form.
$36. 37.
He has the pink there, but it's a little bit awkward. So at the moment, just concentrating on getting on the blue. And he's getting on that blue every time. Pinpoint accuracy. That's okay.
42.
Just means that I don't know if he can avoid hitting the pink here. Might be able to. Yeah.
43.
Got into it with lots of screw inside there. Just finished a little awkward now. You'd rather do it without a cannon, but I'm not sure if you can drop on a red without playing a cannon here.
Well, he's got a choice, isn't he? He can go into the 2 reds just below the pink spot. If he misses those, he can maybe hit the red directly above the black and still be on a red into the left-hand corner pocket. He avoided all those there.
Yeah, I think he was just making
48.
sure he didn't want to be risking playing a little cannon. He's got himself 48 points in front, but it may have finished a little awkward here. Yeah. But looking at that angle, I mean, it's not that he wanted to do, but he may have to just flick the red away from the black. Looking at that, he'd rather have not have had to do that. Yeah, he was able to, but I think that could be the end of break.
Yeah, I think he made a wrong choice of shot there, Dennis. If we go back to that blue, he could have played it. As we see this red again, he's trying to get on the, either flick that red or trying to get on the pink into the opposite
Hawkins,
corner pocket, but I think he should have taken the chance with the blue, played a little cannon. Very hard for it to go wrong. But he's got thing in a little bit of trouble here. He's looking at trying to come off this top cushion, glancing off one of those 2 reds that are close together and bring the cue ball back to balk. And straightforward this.
Foul. The miss. Hawkins 4.
I was going to have a think about this, Barry, because he's knocked the yellow safe, which is to his advantage, having a 53-point advantage. That's why he's thinking about not replacing it, but in the end, he's decided to let Ding Junhui have another go at glancing off one of these reds. I mean, he'd love to glance off the one next to the black and bring it into play, but any escape back up the table he'd be happy with.
Thanks.
So try number 2. Yeah, well played. Well, so well played, but unlucky to hit the green. If we could get a red and a pink, Ding Junhui would need a snooker. And he played to get on the pink, but now that he's missed it, chance for a counter-attack here. Doesn't miss many of those.
One. 7. Eight.
Just tried to bring the black into play. Got a glancing blow off the red, but not the connection he would have liked, so the black is still tied up. But he may, if he pots this red, and try and hold for the green.
14.
And then from green into that black and red. It's a big target. So just hold it, cue ball anywhere on this ball cushion.
15.
And then off the right-hand side cushion, straight into the... You'd like to just almost hit the red full ball to the right of the black.
That's what he could play, but he's also had a look at maybe getting on the one near the cushion, Ken, and then freeing the black that way. So let's see how he goes about it. He's got a choice here. He's played for the single red rather than risk the cannon, but if he finishes straight on it, there's
18.
no way he can cannon the red now from that position.
Oh, that surprises me. He's such a big target. Fitting that black and red, he really, even if the cannon doesn't work out, the cue ball is going towards this top cushion. He was always, still could have been on this red either way. It's very surprising. He's having a look, does the red pot into the left centre, but it does, but he doesn't have a nice angle on the cue ball now. Deep screw, lots of bottom left hand side. Wow. He's making a few wrong
Ding
choices
Junhui,
out there,
18.
Ding Junhui.
The one he was looking for.
1.
36. The difference. Just a quick glance around at the scoreboard. You could take the green and try and just cannon the black here would be ideal. This looks to be unbelievably good. What a shot. What a shot that is. Talking about pinpoint accuracy. Don't come any better than that, Ken.
No, excellent shot. And if we go back to Ding's
5.
chance, I mean, he had the same target, Dennis, and Barry absolutely played it spot on.
Seven. 9.
So Barry Hawkins is going to go back to 2 frames in front. 2 more to play in this session, of course.
Twelve. Sixteen. 21. 27.
He pots the pink. He's not going to bother about the black, and Barry Hawkins puts another frame on the board. It was a frame that Ding Junhui had a chance. He didn't take it. As Barry Hawkins leads by 4 frames to 2. Dennis, if we go back to that chance that Ding Junhui had, nice angle on the green. Tried to get on the loose red as opposed to have a look at the target. I mean, what would you have done here?
Well, I would have tried to cannon the red, or even if he cannoned the black, he probably wouldn't have put it safe, and he had a chance. But he was trying to be so precise here, to try and pot the green and get on that red in such a way that he could pot the red near the cushion and cannon the one out. Was asking a lot, and as you said, it was a wide target to maybe just cannon into, but he was trying to be too accurate there, and it was highly unlikely. In the end, he just forced this red to try and make an angle and missed it.
Yeah, and if we go back to Barry Hawkins, okay, it's not the green, it's a similar green, but it's a similar angle, and probably, and just look at the way he plays it. Okay, so there's not as much pressure on it now, but just look at again, it's still a big target. It's still the same target that Ding Junhui had. The red hadn't moved from beside the black, and he judged it perfectly. And that's what could have happened. And even if Ding Junhui, even if he hits the red full ball, he could still have that red below the black on the top cushion. So again, another choice that it's cost them the frame.
Barry Hawkins still out, and he now knows that he's going to go into this evening session. He can't be behind, and it's just a matter of he can even share the next 2 frames. He'll have a 2-frame advantage. He'd like to win them both, but the man we're looking at there would love to level at 4 each. But at the moment, Barry is just that bit more consistent than Ding Junhui.
Frame 7. Barry Hawkins to break.
Look at that red again coming next to the black. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how it keeps going there.
I've never seen that happen so many times, Dennis, during this championship. And particularly in this match, almost every frame that red is just crept beside the black.
Yeah, it must be where they placed the cue ball for the break-off shot. You know, it's some players will be near the brown, some near the yellow, but for some reason it keeps coming out of the pack and putting the black out of commission.
Nicely judged. Could have done with the cue ball getting a little bit tighter to that ball cushion. Possible red to have a go at here. There's a man who's travelled all the way from Perth in Western Australia, Barry Saxon. Welcome to the Crucible, Barry.
1.
It's here for the 3 weeks, 17 days of the Crucible.
Wonderful city, Perth. Played there many years ago. 16 times I went to Australia between 75 and 87. Loved it. Of course, Pop Black was very, very popular in Australia, and then they
6.
used to do their own version of Pot Black. Never really got back to the heights as it was in the 70s, which is a shame.
Of course,
Seven.
you had Eddie Charlton in those
Yeah.
days. You used to tour around with him.
Meanwhile, this is a good chance for Ding Junhui. As I say, he would love to take these last 2 frames and level at 4-all.
$15. $22. $23.
Rance is set up very nicely
30.
indeed. There's his target, 71, before his opponent will need a snooker. But just got to be careful,
31.
keep the cue ball under tight control, and something that Ding is very, very good at and has been in this championship so far. Been a little bit ragged this morning. Wow. He's been very ragged indeed.
Ding Junhui, 31.
Didn't have to go in to play the cannon there. We wanted to try and bring the red and the pink into play and still be on the red to the left center, but he had plenty of choices there. He's rocking a bit.
One.
Well, he knocked the pink up towards the blue and has made it awkward, but being a left-hander, he shouldn't be too much trouble for Barry here. And the chance now falls to Barry Hawkins. A very good chance at that.
8. $9.
Let that run a little bit further than he intended there. Still should be okay though. Especially with that touch that he has with the little soft screw shots. He's a terrific player to watch when he's at the table, is
16.
Barry. $70. $24. Just checking there to see if he can hold and leave a comfortable black for himself. Didn't like it.
25.
That's why he's headed up to the bulk end of the table there. So shouldn't be a problem playing on that red near the pink spot. Well, Has he got an angle to run through
28.
for the black? I think he'll be okay. Yep.
$29.
He may have gone a little bit straight on this black. Yes, he doesn't have a nice angle, so he's going to have to screw off the side cushion. Back for one of these reds on the right hand side of the table as we look. It looks like he's judged this nice. Yeah, beautiful shot. Well, it's just got a little, just that slight little brush off the red. If he hadn't missed the red, it would have been perfect. Still got this red, of course. Just have a look at this. It's just a cue ball. Looks like it's going to fit through the gap. Just that little brush off the red. Just took the pace out of cue ball. He still has it to the left centre. Wow. And just that slight
Hawkins, 36.
difference and how much it makes. Well, I still couldn't see him missing that red into the middle pocket. We always say the game is about fractions, Dennis, and it certainly was in that case.
Yeah, we keep saying how sharp these middle pockets are. Even this shot here, I think Ding would have thought, oh, might have missed this. But he missed a very easy black previously. Not this time. As I said, the blue and pink are awkward to get on.
8.
I think he can run through for the black here. Yeah, well played. Very good shot there. Might not have the angle to pot the black and just cannon that red. So he's going around to see if he left the white near the cushion, would he be on the red? And he might just be able to do that. Somewhere around there he'd be okay if he just drops the black in. Just enough
16.
room.
$17.
Still not straightforward though. 12 points in front. Two reds with
20.
two blacks would put him 28 in front with 27 remaining.
$25.
That was a wonderful pot and also position. He's got a wonderful angle just to get over in behind this red on the left hand side of the table. Take it into the middle or even into the corner pocket.
32.
Just overrun it slightly, but just needs the red.
Glance at the scoreboard, and he'd love to cut the black in, but even if he doesn't, he's well on his way to taking this frame. That makes absolutely sure of the frame. This would be a little bit disappointing for Barry.
40.
He had the chance there to open up a 3-frame advantage.
42. 45.
And this might just restore the confidence to Ding Junhui. Just looked a
49.
little edgy when he missed a very easy black off the spot. That'll be all forgotten.
54. 60.
Black safely in. He needed a few chances. In the end, he took that one, and with that break of 67, he's closed the gap to just one frame. 4-3 to Barry Hawkins. Might just be a little mini turning point in this best of 25. They'll come out this evening, and Barry had a chance there to open up a 3-frame advantage, and he was very unlucky here. Ken was saying he got straight on the black, had to play with lots of screw to get back across for those 4 reds that are all tied up into the right corner pocket, and he was very unlucky because Ken said he just brushed the red. If he misses that red, Ken, it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, at one stage it looked like he was just going through the gap. That's what he played, just to try and go through the gap, so you'd have red to the corner, red to the middle. He still had this red to the left centre, and you still would have expected him to pot it. Just coming off the ball cushion for a ball colour.
Final frame for the session.
Just went
Ding
around
Junhui
the
to break.
pocket, left the red, and that was it. End of frame. So, yeah, because you were right, Dennis. It could be a mini turning point. And once again, the red comes down to the black and ties it up.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned in the last frame where Barry places the cue ball, but Ding Junhui places it near the brown to break off, and it still happened.
And here's the break off again. And there's the reds coming down, surrounding the black. Amazing how many times it's happened, even just in this session alone. Almost every frame. Big last frame this, Dennis, isn't it? Big one for Barry to hold the lead. Ding Junhui would love to get out of this session of 4-all. Hasn't played his best, but still scrapping well. Doing enough. Not much to separate the two players, but small little margins like that, little errors here and there, the players will remember. Surprised Ding doesn't try and open the black here, try and bring it into play. I think of the two players, he'd be the more aggressive. He's gone for the pot into the yellow pocket. And that's a sign of how aggressive he wants to be in this match. That was an excellent pot.
And I know it's a little bit of a thin blue. He'd love to take the blue on and go straight into the pink, but he's just gone a bit too far, so got a long way to travel with the cue ball to get on his next red. He's just played for that one that's near the cushion, but he hasn't played it very well.
4.
I suppose it's a bit of a free shot up into the left corner, but he could have been on it much nicer than this. That's a couple of cracking long reds he's knocked in. He's not going into the pink here, I don't think. All depends on how he finishes on this red as to whether the black will be in play after this next shot. But even if he cannons it, he's still got to judge it correctly so that he does leave the black potable. Yeah, it was never going to be easy, that.
11.
Not contemplating even taking this black on. Way too difficult. Just wants to make sure where's the most difficult position in the balk area where he can put that cue ball.
Injured weight 11.
I just love that shot. I mean, what a shot that was. Good safety shot, but look what he's done with the red. He brought the black into play. Yeah, both players don't want to see the black tied up, but that last shot that Barry played was very clever. So this is my kind of shot here. I love it where he's flicked the black out and got a good cue ball.
It's a wonderful touch.
Yep.
Yeah, get an extended rest out. Doesn't want to brush off the reds below the pink because that's only sending him up towards the left-hand side of the table. He wants to try and get this cue ball somewhere behind the brown in the middle of the ball cushion. Well, he's gone between brown and green, but he needs to get it tight, because if he doesn't get it tight, he's going to leave the long red. I'm a bit surprised with that shot. I don't know if he got it between yellow and brown, would have been a much better position for the cue ball. It's a little bit loose. Yeah. Given the opportunity now to ding. I tell you, it was a little shake of his head, Barty. When he got back into his seat, he knew he'd be given chances like this to Ding Junhui, particularly with the cue ball so far from the ball cushion. Shot success 78% for Ding, 45 Barry Hawkins.
Six. Seven.
That's a shocker there. Yeah, without that cannon, he would have been perfect.
Bing Junhui, 7.
That's a good cue ball though, blocked off any escape route down the left side of the table. No route through to land on the red that's near the cushion, 2 from the black because of the red on the right side of the table, the one that he'd probably have to finish up playing to try and get safe. Oh. Tell you what, the red's safe now. In the pocket. It was just a pot to get himself out of trouble, and it was a good one. He had no chance of getting position on the colour, but he just potted his way out of trouble there.
Brown. Foul. Barry Hawkins, 1. Bing Junhui, 4.
No damage done. That's just going to cost him 4 points. Well, if this keeps running, it could be useful, but not quite.
Barry having a look. Let's see, will this red go past the black? may do, but I don't think he's going to attempt it. Very high risk. There's the match time, just over 2 hours is played. It's been a good time, average frame time, just over 15 minutes. And there's the average shot time. 22 seconds for Ding Junhui, 21 for Barry Hawkins. It's a good brisk pace. He's left this red. No chance for Barry Hawkins. Normally very, very proficient on this type of shot. Doesn't have to put any side spin on the cue ball, just top of the white. Try and maybe get a cannon on the green on the way back and hold for the blue. And he went into the left-hand side of the pocket, but he's still okay. He's on the brown. There's a red. A couple of reds below the pink, and one of them pots into this right-hand corner pocket. Oh, wow.
Barry Hawkins 1. Yep.
He hasn't missed many in this session, but he's let that one slip away. I think the reason he missed the pot on the brown is because he was thinking of getting a good cue ball, and he didn't get a good cue ball in the end. He was playing for a red that was 2 from the pink for the right corner, and if he had a finish there, it would have been a great chance. Oh, it's a bit of a nervy last frame to this session, simply because of the importance. It's early in the match, but if you can establish an early lead, and well, if that goes in, Ding Junhui had got a chance to go on and level the session at 4 frames all. Now, if this red passes the 1, well, obviously it doesn't. So there's the plant. Oh, do you know, is he still going to get the plant? Well, how often would you see that? Boy, smiles in the crowd all around there, as you can see. Miscue, jumps in the air, and still gets the plant. Incredible. That's the first time I think I've ever seen a miscue plant.
4.
Yeah, what a chance it's set up now for Barry Hawkins. Still got a little bit of work to do, but all these reds are
12.
definitely potable.
Thirteen.
Play a little cannon onto the red just below the black, and then hold for the red into the opposite corner pocket. No. Oh, well, he needs a bit of an angle on this red.
20.
I think he's just got a slight angle just to use a little bit of left-hand side and get back for the black, but he's got to be high on the black here. Doesn't want to be low on it. Doesn't want to be low on the black.
21.
Because the cue ball is going to have to travel in and out of balk now.
Well, he has got an angle to do what you said, Ken. And as long as he misses the yellow coming back up, he'll drop nicely on the red there near the right side of the table. And here comes the cue ball, and he's missed the yellow. And we know how good he is with the rest. I think it's something like he's missed one shot out of 37. He doesn't have to do much with the cue ball to get on the black in such a way he can get to the reds. He's pretty good with the rest, this player, that's for sure.
The bottom red of the two
36.
to the left doesn't pot, so. But if you can get on the one that's closest to the left-hand corner pocket after this red and black.
37.
It looks to be perfect on the black now. When he pots this, he's again 24 ahead, but imperative that he
44.
gets high on the black. He doesn't want to nudge the bottom red onto the cushion. Just to make sure that cue ball is up high on the black when potting this red.
45.
It's not too bad.
Quick glance at the scoreboard, that will tell him if he pots the black, he'll only just need the red to leave Ding Junhui needing a snooker. But it's not a gimme, this, along the cushion, that's for sure.
52.
I'm just wondering what way he'll play this, Dennis. Will he try and stun it in and try and, if he misses it, cover it with the black, or does he drop it in dead weight? He just needs the red.
Oh, terrific cueing.
53.
Terrific cueing there. And I suppose the way the game has gone, he deserves a 5-3 lead. He's 40
60.
ahead. He's snookered himself in the yellow. Shouldn't make a great deal of difference. And I suppose 5-3 would be a true reflection of this morning's play. Oh, he's hit the yellow and got the snooker back. That'll do nicely.
Barry Hawkins 60.
So, don't think he snookered this time, but it looks as if Ding's going to be 5-3 behind after this session.
Yeah, it's been a decent session of snooker. A couple of mistakes from Ding has cost him a couple of frames. We may see the handshake now, will we? Yeah, Ding says that's enough. Shakes Barry's hand, so Barry Hawkins has had a good morning session. He leads the world number 3, Ding Junhui, by 5 frames to 3.